There we go. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Thank you again. This is Charles.
And I'm Latia.
And we are Marriage to Third Ring. Again, thank you for joining our live. We appreciate you guys for taking your time out to join us here today. And yeah, we have some good information to... Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I just fixed that. Can you hear me now, though? Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, we have some good information to tell you guys about DeMaskUs that's coming up. And yeah, let's go.
All right. He looks at me, so I guess that means it's on me. So, DeMaskUs is coming in 1 week. Yeah.
Yes, 1 week.
So, next Friday night, we're going to start with DeMaskUs. And I want to thank everybody for hanging in here with us. We know it was supposed to be in December. We had to restructure it. We wanted to have a Valentine's Day weekend, so...
And then I had to work. So, as you can see, I just got back in town not too long ago, so... We do what we can, but we do... I know, right? You said we can't wait. We do what we can, but we do what we can because we love marriage, we love couples, and we love to see people thrive and walk in the purpose that God has granted to them in their marriage.
Yes. So before I get into DeMaskUs, though, some things been coming to us from some couples that just a lot of different things. So it's just interesting. So I just want to talk to people today about why. So one of the couples called the other day and said that they told somebody they was coming to a marriage retreat, and somebody's like, "What's wrong with your marriage?" Nothing has to be wrong with your marriage.
Absolutely.
We want, even if there is something wrong with your marriage, it's not like, oh my gosh, we're going to ask you to spill all the beans. But nothing has to be wrong with your marriage to come to a marriage retreat. Honestly, your marriage can be fine. Like, I like when marriages are fine and you come because it's so much more entertaining. It's so much more things you could grow on. When things are going a little rough and you come, you're trying to spend that time to, try to find things out, rebuild. And it's for that as well. And that's why we invite other couples, because guess what? You will not listen to us all the time. There are other couples, even you that are coming, you are able to pour into others if you happen to connect, or there is somebody speaking on something that you feel like you have something to speak on. So that's one thing. Nothing, I want to erase that thought out of people's head. To come to a marriage event, to come to a marriage retreat, literally nothing has to be wrong with your marriage.
So we went on a marriage cruise a couple of years ago, and we met some really great people that it's not necessarily just about your marriage, but it's about growth and networking. And, some of them are involved in some amazing things. Some people wrote books. Some people, they made the Mamba sauce. That's actually, but we met some really good people through, going to a marriage retreat. So it's not necessarily saying, again, like she said, that your marriage, something has to be wrong with your marriage, but you don't go to, your doctor's checkup just because something's hurting, but you schedule yearly checkups just to make sure that, make sure we're on the same path and the same trajectory in our lives to make sure we want to meet the goals that we want to meet.
Yes, so that's number one we erasing. Nothing has to be wrong.
Nothing got to be wrong.
It's okay to share with your friends. It's okay to tell family members. And if they say, what's wrong with your marriage, say nothing. That is why we're going. We're just going to meet like-minded people. It's networking. It is so many building blocks. And that's what I'm happy about. We have some couples that's newly in their marriage, some in between, and some that's been married a long time. But it is building blocks, building a stable foundation. It helps have a strong building when you get that, when you grow. So yes. Another one that I think, and y'all know, it slipped in my head just a little bit, but another one was, we are going to ask you to talk about all your business. We are not.
No, we are not.
A lot of times people feel like if they come to a marriage event, oh my gosh, if there is something going on, we're going to ask you to spill it all. No, with that, that's not what it's for. If there's something you want to share, if there's questions you want to ask, you are more than welcome. For this event, we actually even have little boxes, like cube question boxes. So throughout the day, you can write a question down on a Post-it. Even if you're in the bathroom, drop in the box. Nobody even knows you're the one that asked that question, and later on somebody else will read that question to our panelists. So it has you won't even know that it was. Now your spouse might know, depending on the way you ask the question. But nobody else will even be able to know your business unless you decide to share it with somebody.
And the thing about Shay says they watch too much TV. I mean, yeah, and that unfortunately that's the truth, because there's a whole lot of things that people put on TV that just ain't real. They talk about the real housewives of Hollywood, well, housewives or whatever. That ain't real life. But people look at that and be like, hey, this is what's happened on TV, so it must be real life. And plus, like she said, the card boxes. If you have a question that you want to answer, chances are somebody either has that answer or they're looking for the answer to that question themselves too. So you are a wealth of knowledge for somebody else if you didn't know that. If you didn't know it.
If you didn't know it. So yeah, and honestly, it's funny because I was told that if we decided to post drama, then people would be like, yes, we want to go because they have so much drama. I don't want to post no drama. Yeah. But it's crazy though that is the thing that attracts
the
people.
one that get married movies.
Yep. And so those are the things. So I just wanted to talk about some of those things. And if you have anything else, y'all can share it with us. But I love to just talk about different things as to when some of these questions was coming to me, because the one girl said her husband's boss was like, what's wrong with your marriage already? And I think they've been married almost a year. And he was like, what's wrong with your marriage already? Ain't nobody ever had to tell me how to be married. And he wanted to say, is that why you on number 2? But he didn't say that to him. And he was just like, but for some people, and I said, we get it all the time. We get people that say, I just don't do that. And I'm like, you don't do what exactly? So, I like to know, because there are so many misconstrued things. Misconceptions, thank you. And a lot of people know me, so they know I do like to pull from the audience to get participation. But in a setting like this, trust me, is only for those that really want to. So, yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about as far as just some marriage misconceptions about marriage events, marriage retreats. Because me and Charles do go to church. I mean, everybody know we love God. Are we going to preach to you or make you sing Kumbaya? No.
So yes, Marriage the Third Ring is founded with biblical principles.
Yes.
But we're not going to be sitting here. That's what your pastor's for. Honestly, if you need spiritual guidance, we're going to go ahead and refer you. We have a great pastor, Pastor Johnny Brown of the Genesis Church. Ooh. Let's go ahead and shout him out right quick. And Lady Rachel, let's shout them out. But we're not going to preach to you guys. We're going to give you principles. But if you need spiritual guidance and spiritual, counseling in that manner, we're going to refer you to a pastor. If you need an actual counselor for relationship issues, we call ourselves relationship coaches. And that's what we're going to do. We are certified in that. We did go and get our certification in that. But if you need, an actual counselor, we're going to refer you to that. This is just a manner and a setting for you to actually go ahead and get tools on how you can manage situations in your marriage, whether they be good or bad, or you can use these tools and pass them off to somebody else who, hey, they may not be able to attend this particular segment. So,
yes. Oh, and if they cannot attend, there is virtual. So
we do have virtual tickets.
Or it's virtual online. So we do have some virtual.
And Lady Rachel, well, thank you so much.
So they are able to attend. But no, we're not going to make you sing Kumbaya. We're not going to preach to you. And trust me, y'all, this comes from some of my, some family, some friends, because this is what they think, or it's going to be boring. I don't know who could be in the presence of me and Charles and be bored.
Okay, so I'm the kickback one. With this one right here, you're definitely not going to be bored. Tara, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
So, no, I will tell y'all, Friday night, Saturday, even with the conference, Saturday night, there is not a boring. I don't like to be bored, so there's no way you can be bored. If you're bored, then you got just something to pick it up. But no, it's gonna be fun. So we just want to go over those misconstrued. So no, nothing has to be wrong with your marriage. No, what's the other thing I said?
We're not gonna be in your business.
We're not gonna be in your business, so you don't have to tell your whole business. And no, we're not gonna be preaching or singing Kumbaya and just saying it's just going to be fixed. No, we are going to give you some strong principles and guidelines. We have some amazing presenters. We're not even doing blended family because we're not a blended family. So we're not even. We have a wonderful couple, the Coclaws, and Kelvin is actually a counselor, and him and Tara. Him and Tara will be doing our blended family class. So you guys are in for a treat. Like, now I'm sorry, he might end up making people spill because he just has that wonderful. They have that wonderful personality about themselves, and they're going to come from a place of relevance. And then also give you some great principles. We have Tia and Bourne Davis that's going to be giving financials. They both actually work in the financial realm.
So if you were rocking with us about, 2 years? Was it 2 years ago, last year?
Probably 2020.
We did another marriage conference, but it was all virtual.
Yep.
It was called... the name just escaped me. Crisis Management.
Crisis Management,
yes. And they actually taught the finance seminar, and it was some really good information. I think that seminar is actually still on our YouTube page, so we're going to go ahead and shout that out real quick. YouTube, Marriage the Third Ring. If you have not liked or subscribed to our YouTube page, go ahead and do so. But that full conference is on our YouTube page. I did break it up in segments, but you can go look, and there's some excellent information on there. Sorry, I just had to insert.
Yeah, inserting in I was passionate. But so they are doing a financial, and like we always tell you, anything you hear from any of our conferences, any of our presenters, we're not saying that your house is going to run like that. We're just saying these are tools that could be applied. But of course, it is stuff for you and your spouse to discuss. So they're going to talk about budgeting. They're going to talk about finances. They're even going to give you a little insert on planning for when you're not here. Like, stop leaving your death for other people to cover. So we need to make sure we are planning. And even though we want to stay here forever, because everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. So even though we want to stay here forever, how we go plan for when we're not here, so we're not being a burden to our children and our family members.
Right.
So that will even be a little insert in our financials while you're talking about financial planning and budgeting. But it will be something. They're an amazing couple as well, and and they know what they're talking about. We've given y'all folks with degrees and history, so they got this. And then we also have Tanya and Lamar Harris. They actually run a marriage ministry at their church, and they will be I can't think of the name of their church. The pastor's right there. I can't think of their church. But anyway, they are always bringing they're always combining with us with their marriage ministry, and they will be there as well as some panelists and also helping. So talk about the man breakout session. So we as brothers, we don't growing up, you're like, oh, you ain't supposed to have no emotions. That's weak. So the thing about men having emotions and talking about them is difficult. Hi, Monique. How you doing? Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for coming in today. The thing about having emotions and talking about what you're feeling, we may or may not be equipped emotionally to be able to handle that. So sometimes you kind of have to get put into an environment, to situations where you can talk with other men who may or may not be feeling some things and going through some things that you're feeling. But it's good for men to dwell together, to help one another. Iron sharpens iron. So let's go ahead and come on out to this men's session. I'm not the best oratorical speaker, but we do have some other brothers that are going to be there talking, and we're going to be conversating on some things that we as men may have experienced in our lives and our marriages, and let us know that we ain't crazy. It's that one. So yes, I'm actually excited because I looked at our list. So there's some quiet ones in there, but then there's some talkers in there too. And I always tell somebody we have some God-fearing men that's going to be in this session, but they also are going to keep it real. So I'm just very excited. I can't even go to it. I will be with the women. And so we're going to hold it down. But look, we have no problem be like, this is what's going on. So we go still come together as sisters and uplift one another. Let us know we're not in it one another.
Here go one of the speakers right now. Deep. Come on, let's go. So we got
some men that's going to hold it down in the men's section. Look, and y'all better not be in there going over y'all's time. But
might.
If you have a husband and you feel like he don't hang around married men, he just come in the house and just act like he ain't married. He just, bring him. Even if he don't.
Yeah, let me talk to him.
Even if he is not a talker, trust me. If you're in an environment with certain energy, there you go. And when I left out of patient's house the other day, she's like, "Oh my God, I just love your energy." She just didn't know that was the spirit of God, but she's like, "I just love your energy." I said, "Well, thank you." But when you're around certain energies, you can't help but to either something go fall. I told somebody, come. If something is saying something go fall somewhere. If it's raining, you go get hit by a drop here or there. So just come, and if something is gonna pierce somebody, even if they ain't acting right,
even if they
get them in the room.
Even if they don't have, you don't necessarily have to just be all verbal and active in it. You're gonna pick up some stuff through osmosis. I believe that. Because when you start hearing some stuff, you're gonna start like, oh wow,
man, I ain't the only one.
Or oh wow, is that what she see when she look at me when I'm doing my business or whatever? So yeah, good. Definitely, if you like that, come on, we're gonna talk to you.
Yes, come on. And we got the women's session as well.
Yeah, talk about that. What y'all gonna be talking about?
We're gonna talk about anything and everything. I mean, and I'm gonna try not to talk, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all do the talking.
You gonna talk about me?
If it comes up. But no, it's gonna be good. I'm excited. I love being around like-minded individuals. I love it, and I love strengthening. Trust me, y'all. People always say, they look at what we do with marriage and feel like it is so easy. It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. When I tell you, sometimes out of all the businesses I have, the ministry, the different things, our marriage at the ring hits my hardest. It pulls on you. Because it's people that need the help and won't come get it.
If you could talk to any pastor, like even My Marriage Matters from the Genesis Church. We have a lot of great married couples. I'm sure pastors themselves would tell you it's hard to talk to people about their private, personal lives, especially if is this something that's not covered, that's not covered up. I mean, that it is covered up. So when you're in the realm of talking to people, even my uncle said it. He even said, like, it's good that you guys are still going on with marriage because they tried it, but, they met so much opposition with it. But, marriage itself is just hard.
Marriage is hard, and that is why we have events like this. We do Make Time for Love, different events like this, because we like to let you know, I'm so tired of divorces, and people, and right now it's so in the atmosphere, even with our, I guess you could say, famous celebrities. And so people always want to say, if they doing it, we want to do it. I thought about when Will and Jada came out with Red Table Talk, and they had their way of their marriage. And so now they thought, oh, this is how the marriage we want to be. It's like they lose that biblical aspect of marriage. And it's just so easy to say, I don't want to do this. And anything worth having is worth fighting for. I always say, if you're not building a strong foundation, how are you going to have anything? If you're hopping from relationship to relationship and you get sick, who's going to take care of you? And so, I think we mentioned that before, but you told me that before about, some of your patients, like they're just so old and bitter that they just still stuck with each other, and now you're stuck taking care of somebody you don't even like. Yes. And because you might, right now, I might be getting the money, y'all might be handling it, y'all got a plan. So one of y'all gets sick. One of y'all get a catheter and you take sex out the picture. What do you have? Do you have communication? I had a big pet peeve with Valentine's Day. I'm sorry, I did. And it was just because there was so much commercialism with Valentine's Day. Like, it drove me crazy. It drove me crazy. He probably thought I was going to say something. He had to work. He was out of town. But no, there was so much commercialism. So people spent all of this money, hundreds of thousands of dollars on one day, and don't even know how to communicate with one another. Like, for me, I was looking at Facebook. I said, I got to close this, because there was people that like, they was going to be calling me tomorrow because they couldn't stand each other and wanted a divorce. But for that one day, they was happy and they was on cloud nine.
Love is in the air.
But they could have did something else with that money and learned how to talk to each other, went and seen a counselor, just anything to invest in their marriage to help it have some sustainability. So yes, that was my pet peeve. I just want, my thing is, let's stop doing stuff for the gram. Do they still say that?
Do we do it?
No,
we do it for TikTok now.
So let's stop doing stuff for other people's social media, because you have to live your everyday life.
Yeah.
So let's live our lives, but let's learn how to live and learn how to have a thriving, healthy marriage.
That's deep and good right there.
Okay, go ahead talk about DeMaskUs.
It's what people are striving for, but can't really reach that mark. All right, so DeMaskUs.
Oh, I'm sorry the Hardages will be out of town that weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, and then everybody be like, "We gonna catch your next one, y'all." We gonna hope my brain always be like, I'm not having another one after this, and then y'all see me pop up with another one. So we got y'all pray for me.
This is the event mistress right here.
But go ahead, Charles.
Okay, so DeMaskUs, we have our agenda put together. I don't know if I'm releasing it out yet, but
I sent it to all the registrants. So all the registrants should have received not the detail, but they should have received the daily agenda, for instance.
So the daily agenda for DeMaskUs, February 25th and 26th is our marriage enrichment seminar. So Friday evening, we're going to be doing our registration. So you're going to be just picking up your packet because we're going to give you some information. You're going to get your little ID badge.
And with some goodies.
With some goodies in it. It's probably going to be some of the Shea Marie stuff in there. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, man. I just came up with that on top of my head. But we're going to have a meet and greet. So you get to meet the other couples there. Like I said, you'll have the name tag, so you'll see their names. And then we're going to have our couples game night. So that should be fun. We're going to have clean fun. No bad stuff going on. It's clean fun.
Yes, yes.
And then couples conversations. The couples conversations, that's going to start at 10 p.m. and it's going to go through whenever we get sleepy.
And so reason for game night. I love to let couples know I can laugh with him. I'm not saying that he don't drive me cuckoo sometimes, or I don't drive him cuckoo, because I know me.
I don't drive her cuckoo.
But I can laugh, and so many times we feel like we gotta go hang with our boys to have a good time, or you gotta go hang with your girls to have a good time. Why can't you have a good time with your spouse? So that's why we have our couples game night, because we want you to know that you can have fun with your spouse. And then, other games will be around. I mean, just thinking games. Trust me, I don't do anything. I don't believe in wasting time. So everything we do there's a purpose. So trust me, it's not just something to fill your time. Everything that's going to happen is going to be a purpose. And then we'll have some refreshments that night as well.
There will be some refreshments, so we don't leave you hungry.
Yes.
All right. So that's Friday evening. Friday evening is going to be between, like I said, 6:30 to 10, or whenever couples, the casual conversation ends. Saturday morning, though, get ready. We're going to have our prayer. Our prayer is going to be done by our fabulous Pastor Johnny Brown. And then the conference is going to go from 9:30 to 11:30, and that's basically going to be the meat, the substance of DeMaskUs, what it means, and all that good stuff. And then we're going to have our brunch, and then after brunch, we're going to let's talk about that for a second. Brunch is going to be provided by who?
Shay Shay's Catering.
Shay Shay's Catering.
Yes, so that's our brunch, and trust me, it is a full brunch. I feel like I'm feeding y'all too much, but I think y'all will be okay. If this don't get sleepy on me for the other half, because I like for people to eat. So trust me, you have a full brunch, okay? We will give you some continental breakfast at the beginning in that morning, though. And then we'll do a nice sized brunch, and we're going to do it from 11:30 to 1. Give you time to eat so you're not scarfing it down.
Good. We don't want to be scarfing food. So after that, after the brunch, we're going to come back and do our budgeting and finances classes. And then our breakout sessions. So that's when the men and women, we're going to go ahead and break out to our own separate rooms.
Well, breakouts have men and women. Yes. And then it also has our blended families in that one too. And then if we have any couples that sign up for couples in business. And then we're tweaking it a little, just in case couples in business might come after the panel, just depending on how much the men and women and the blended family go. So, so I believe so. Yeah, so mainly that is the men and women and blended family.
Right, and then after that is our panel discussion, and those are the panelists we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
So that's Saturday morning.
And with panels, come prepared with questions. If you're coming, start writing questions down now. Virtual, you can email questions, and we still will keep your name off. So if you're attending virtually, email the questions you might have. So you can ask anything. We're married, you can ask anything. So yes, just start preparing.
Yeah. So after the panel discussions, then it's Saturday evening, and that is our conclusion to the DeMaskUs marriage event, marriage seminar. with our masquerade ball. Ooh, she got.
And the catering for that one is the kitchen.
The kitchen.
So the kitchen will be catering that one for the masquerade ball. So there will be food there. There's gonna be some entertainment and some music, but we're gonna have just a good time, and it's just a way to relax and have a nice romantic night with your spouse.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a great time. Well, with the masquerade ball, you don't have to wear a mask. That's just kind of a y'all mask ready? You don't have to wear a mask, but it's just kind of a fun thing we decided to do. We did do a masquerade ball before, and we kind of have fun with it. No weird nothing, but we just wear a mask and kind of just took.
And he keeps saying that because, of course, with anything you do, there's always something, so there's always going to be something. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this is all for fun. Mm-hmm. So we know somebody could probably find something about something, but this is all for fun. So that's why we're encouraging masks. But if somebody has an issue with a masquerade mask, then we're okay if you don't wear it.
Yeah, it's not necessary. Hey, just come dressed to the 9 and don't even worry about it.
I have ours, so I mean, it's just something fun to do. Wear something nice. Get your dress and your suits ready, and that's our conference.
Oh, our photography. Is by the incomparable J Photography.
JP Enterprise.
JP Enterprise. Well, that's the subsidiary. Yeah. So, my man.
Photography.
Monte. I'm sorry. Look, I made his logo and I messed the business name. Monte Photography. Shout out to him. If you're gonna love your pictures after this event. They're gonna be dope.
So we will be sending a picture to all couples because you'll take your picture when you enter. So enter right. Look.
Yeah.
And so we just have a fun. As y'all see, we just like having fun. This is something. When I tell y'all, it was so easy with so much happening to give up on doing this event. But I say, you know what? We're gonna keep on going. We have to, honestly, when God gives you a vision, you have to keep going with it. So I feel like it's needed.
And then a lot of people were just like, well, I'm excited to come. And even like she said, we did face some opposition, to actually having the event, because canceling it was actually on the table at one point. But, when people are reaching out to you, telling you they're excited for the growth in their marriage, you kind of like, hey, this is the reason why God gave this to me. So whatever the opposition was, we got to just trust and believe that God is going to deal with it in His time, not on ours.
Yes, so we're excited. Please, as you head to this event, whether you're traveling or wherever you're coming from, keep it in prayer. We're praying for safe travels. We still have some spots open. There are still some spots open. There are still virtual spots open. And we have sections broken down probably for mostly of the local ones. There were some that had to work on Saturday night, so they want to come to the conference that morning. Different things. I really didn't do Friday night as much because Friday night is just really gearing up for that next day, because the meat of it is what you're going to get from that conference that next morning.
Oh, we didn't mention the hotel.
Oh, hotel. Well, okay, so the hotel is still there, but it was supposed to be booked for the discount by the 5th of February. If you are still planning on staying at the hotel, please contact me. I'll reach out to her on Monday to see if I can get you in. But you can go. Marriott has some good deals. You might be a Marriott member. And it is the Steel Creek Courtyard Marriott Steel Creek in Charlotte, North Carolina. So you can look on there. And it is from February the 25th. And we're checking out that Sunday morning, the 27th. So if you're still interested in staying at the hotel, they still have rooms open, but as far as under the Marriage to Third Ring block, it had closed. Yeah. If you're trying to get that discount, email me and I'll see what I can do.
But they've been pretty flexible, so I'm sure if you still need that, we can make sure we can get you accommodated.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Okay.
But so I just wanted to thank everybody. If you know somebody's interested or know a couple that's interested in virtual, let me know. I will tell you though, virtual will be nothing like being there.
She just went through like 50 words in like 2 seconds.
I've been talking all day, y'all.
So if you are interested, if you know a couple that is interested or someone that wants to do virtual, let us know. We can make sure that happens. Also, the website is over right there. Yeah, right there. So mt3r.net, that is our website. You can purchase your tickets there if you are looking to do the virtual events or anything like that.
Yes. I'm good. Any questions?
Any questions out here? We know we kind of rambled on and put a lot of information with you guys.
I did. How much time is it? We gave a lot of information out.
36 minutes.
Oh, it's only 8:36. Oh, wow. I talk fast, y'all.
So I'm still doing the marriage myths. I was doing that before I had to go to LA. I'm going to still be posting. I have a few more that I'm going to go over. So make sure you are following Marriage Third Ring page. If you have not shared it, go ahead and share this video. Like it says right there. Yeah, somewhere around there. Go ahead and share this video. And then let somebody know, because there's some other married couples that maybe in your friends list that just don't know about Marriage to Third Ring or do not have access to these tools that we're putting out there. So do me that favor. I appreciate it. Okay, with that, she's looking at me. She's done. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. We thank you guys for your time and attention on this matter regarding Marriage to Third Ring and DeMaskUs, and we will see you guys next time.
Any questions, feel free to DM either one of us or Marriage to Third Ring on Instagram or Facebook.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, see you guys.